there, friends. Thanks for joining Power to the Flower today. I'm here working on my project, which is taking down these annuals out of these decorative little tins that hang on my side fence on the side of our house and replacing them with some fall color that will take us through the winter. These are on drip, which is really nice. I'll show you. I have the drip going up one of the fence posts and then feeding over to all of them. This side area of our house, I don't know if you can see, but the street is out that pergola. We don't really use it very much, and we're planning on developing it, maybe future videos. But at the moment, it's a side passageway, but this is our living room family area. So we can see through this window to this area of the fence. And so that's why I have these little tins hanging here, because it's just some nice color to see out the window. All right, let me show you a little bit closer what's going on over there. All right, so you can see that the drip tubing comes from our house and around the border of our fence, all the way out to the front of our property at the road. So here I have a 1/4-inch tubing that runs up the post and into each of the pots. Great, so let's get started taking these pots off this fence and getting ready for our November annual change out. In this first pot, I have a dianthus and a vinca. So I'm going to take it out. I'll save it for another day and see what happens. But in the meantime, I also have the second pot, which has an impatien and a calicoe. I'm going to leave the calicoe for another day and take the impatien, add it back into the pot, but turn it around this time so that it isn't kind of hanging over, but makes room for this beautiful purple Heuchera, which I'm going to take a lot of dirt off. I was thinking about dividing, but actually no. In the end, I just took off a lot of dirt and I'm going to stuff it into the front of this tin. What about overcrowding, you might ask? Well, it's winter, there's not a lot of growth going on, and these plants will need to be taken out and put in something else in the next season. Next up, a purple cabbage. Okay, so there was 2 little baby cabbages growing off the side. So I took my fork and just kind of divided it, like sawing it like a knife. You can see there where the root was separated. I'm going to take this big guy and put him directly into the orange tin and call it a day. Next up, I'm going to take those 2 little cabbages and add them to this orange tin, along with the Liriope, which is a variegated foliage grass-like looking plant, which I'm going to divide first and then add half to this orange can and the other half to a different can. This Liriope likes part sun, part shade. And next up is our Dichondra Silver Falls, which is going to flow over the side of this blue can really nicely. I'll also add the other Liriope in the back. And then lastly, I'm going to take some Aeoniums. These ones are called Zwarte Cap. This is a Dutch word which means blackheads. So you can see mine are green, but they turn black with less water. So in this case, I'm just snapping them off and adding them to new soil. They'll root into these tins and be good to go. And here we have our final display. As you can see, I used a wide variety of foliage color and texture, but my color scheme was fairly simple with purples, greens, and a little bit of white. The reason why I did that is because the orange and blue tins add another color scheme. So I wanted the look to be smooth and cohesive, which I think it really turned out nicely. Putting the drip tubing back in is pretty straightforward. You just want to aim the tip where the water comes out towards the plants that need the most water. Also, putting it in the back is best because the water is obviously going to flow forward with gravity. Check to make sure that you have at least a 1-inch lip so the water doesn't go flowing over the side of the can, but rather has some time to soak in. The last little thing to think about is that the new plants are being set up with the old drip tubing. So keep an eye for the first few weeks. You might need to change the water flow in each bucket. And it's been 2 weeks. So let's have a little update video here. The Liriope is doing well. Remember, I divided it and it is doing just fine. Let's take a look at the Aeoniums. This one's still a little bit saggy. That's what happens after you transplant them sometimes. But look at this one. It's doing great. It's much more firm in its foliage. So we don't need to worry. We're going to wait on this guy. He's going to be absolutely fine. And the can is moist. Our cabbage is doing well. It's grown. And over here, let's take a look at the Impatiens. We have some yellowing, probably a bit of shock, but also we have some new buds. Check these out. So it is growing and thriving. Our Heuchera is doing just fine, and I'm happy with that. Another cabbage doing well. And over here we have the Dichondra, which is growing. The Dianthus, which is doing just fine, needs to be deadheaded. That's the only thing with that guy. And we have another two Aeoniums. One is a bit more floppy than the other. This one's a bit floppy. This one is a little bit firm, so it just shows that it's doing fine, and we just need to wait on the floppy one. He will root in and grow. These cabbages are looking really well. They've grown a little bit, and the Liriope is also thriving. And that concludes our November annual reboot. I hope this video was helpful for you and maybe inspires you to give your own outdoor space a little color for the winter. Thanks so much for watching Power to the Flower. If you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe on YouTube or follow Power to the Flower on Instagram or Facebook to keep up with all the latest inspirational videos and posts. I really look forward to creating something new with you in the next one. Bye!